I don't want to jinx anything. So I'll knock on this, what is this called? Corian? I'll knock on this Corian counter. Okay. Looks like Lycra, right? Is that another countertop? I don't know. It's it's definitely not natural. It's totally prefab synthetic. Anyway, so this pandemic, look, we are coming out of it. And with herd immunity in sight and the colored tiers going away, June 15th, what will we keep? What did we learn from this pandemic that we will still do?
Better hygiene, washing our hands more.
I think that. Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, I was just thinking about this. If you guys come into work and you're sick, like you got a virus, I'd say wear a mask. I don't think that'd be so weird.
That's something that would have for sure felt weird before the pandemic. And there's many times that I think all of us have come into work with a tickle in our throat or sick.
Yeah. So I mean, I would, if you're sick, why not wear the mask? It's not going to look strange anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Other thing I was thinking about, and I just learned how to work it at the back end of this pandemic, was, somehow you can hold up your phone camera and then over this black and white dealio and the menu comes up.
The QR code, yes.
Yeah, that. I don't really need to be touching menus that have been touched by 400 people anymore.
Totally.
I'm good on
and
that.
I never thought about that. I would peruse a menu, and then I would eat with
my
my
hands
finger.
all over it.
Yeah, and then I pick up bread right afterwards.
Yeah,
Totally.
or chips.
Now, here's a question I'm posing to all of you. I cannot stand another Zoom. I actually really can't, and so I rarely do them, but I'm tired of them. I'm tired of the Zoom.
The back-to-back Zoom meetings can get tough. I have days like Wednesdays we meet with record labels, and it is every half an hour until 4:30 in the afternoon, back-to-back Zoom meetings, and that becomes a long day. Yeah. But it's so much better, I think, than trying to shove 30 people into a conference room and having a meeting.
Right. There's a convenience. You get more time back. You can do it from home. I'm just tired of the word.
The word. What do we call it?
Tired of the word Zoom.
But we're now all in our individual abodes. Do you want to come back to the studio?
If we were all in, then I'm in situation. If everyone agrees, all right, let's go, then let's do it. But otherwise, I'm cool.
Well, let's not agree. But let's, you know what I mean? So that we don't have to.
Right.
There is something a little bit weird about, like you were saying, if you're sick, wear a mask. I don't even want to be around I was just spent last weekend with my family, and my sister said that my nephew was he just had a cold, and I was kind of nervous to be around somebody with a cold because I've been so, you know what I mean? We've just been not around people.
I get it.
So I'm I kind of not getting
but
that.
I've no desire for us to really have to go back into one studio, and think of the money we'd save the company by not having to lease that building.
Well, you lead that charge. They'll listen to you.
Well, I'm saying it on the air, so...
There you go.
Right? Hi. There we go.
I'm not too sure we have a studio to go back to anyway.
Even better.
I don't know. Things are getting moved around.
I think I planted some sabotaged wires in there.
What's up? No, but the sick thing makes sense, though, Tanya, because when we went to Palm Springs with Michael's side of the family a few weeks ago, we're all fully vaccinated, but his brother was not yet. And the twins were sick. They had a cold or something. And I felt in my heart, I couldn't bring them, or I needed to tell everybody the twins are sick. I took them to the pediatrician, and they got a COVID test because I was just let's just test them for COVID. What if they have it? And that's where your brain goes automatically. Any sort of, stuffy nose, sore throat, you freak out.
And I know they did it for a while before, but I really love grocery delivery. I don't, that's saving so much. So we do save time.
Instacart is my go-to now.
A lot of people.
And you know what? Even though I do enjoy going to the gym, I've been going back to my workout classes. I want to keep my sun runs that I've been doing in the pandemic because I look at people and I wave at people and I get the sense of community when I'm doing it.
Yeah. I've a couple times I've thought about driving over there to Ventura to do a sun run to see if I pass you.
You will pass her. I've run into Tanya multiple times. She's
What time-
always out.
What time do you do your son run?
It depends
hours
on
of the day.
depends on all hours of the day. Truly.
Cool.